Today's podcast is brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey. You can check them out at howlerhead.com, a handcrafted, award-winning, 80-proof Kentucky straight bourbon. And listen, damn it, it's got the flavors of banana. You like MMA, you like Dana White, you like the UFC. Let's support them, baby. Get the bourbon, get the Howler Head Whiskey, the only whiskey you will find at Fury Fighting Championships. HowlerHeadWhiskey.com, howlerhead.com.
And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash the Fury.
Boom, just like that. The time for talk is now. Welcome into the Fury Unleashed podcast alongside Diego, Eric, and Rich. Welcome in, fellas.
Hey,
What is up?
Should you tell me? Eric's on his phone over there wheeling and dealing, making deals, man.
we
I'm trying to get some 2025 dates in the works.
Either that or he's logged into Brown Chicks, White Dicks. I don't know.
No.
One of the two.
No.
He's logged into all cocks, all holes. But .tv, .com was taken.
maybe some animal stuff.
I feel like Fridays in Dallas work for us really well.
They really do.
Better than Sundays.
For MMA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Rich.
I like Friday shows.
Fridays in Dallas. Dallas is good.
And then we always go back to Dallas in February.
Yep.
It's normally that we kick it off.
We've also got Rosenberg, right?
Well, I just removed it.
And what's happened in January, baby? Fury what?
100
The 100th edition
Fury.
of Fury Fighting Championship. Looking forward to that.
February.
What's up, RCD? Big fan from Cali. We're a big fan of you for being a big fan of us.
Hell yeah. What's up?
How you doing?
I'm trying to get logged into the Instagram. Are you going to do it on your phone, I guess?
Yeah,
All
I
right,
got it.
Cool.
I got it logged in.
I don't know my password. For
It's
that
all
shit.
good, dude.
It just comes up on my phone.
I know you change it a lot in case people try to break into it.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, shit. Should we close this door?
Yeah,
That'd be a great idea, but maybe Sam wants to listen in.
Yeah.
Maybe he's one of those, like he's a voyeur.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely a voyeur. There's no way Sam doesn't walk by an open window with a naked guy and be like, what's going on in
I
here?
wonder what's happening. I'm just going to listen.
I'm going to hang out for a minute.
Are there any lady noises coming from that window?
Even if there's not, I'm hanging out.
Exciting weekend in combat sports.
Man, this was a crazy weekend to be a fan of combat sports. I think
doubt.
starting with UFC, dude, like fucking Driscus Duplessis. That's
Who
the
saw
real.
that? Who saw that coming?
I didn't think he was
That's-
going to be the real African champion. But he
That's
is.
not even how
I
you
did.
say it, and we know who he's talking
I did.
about, man. Dude.
Duplessis?
Dracus Duplessis. I remember him because, like, the first fight he had for the UFC, he, like, won his fight. But at the press conference before, Dana White mispronounced his name. And during the post-fight interview, he's like, Dana White, my name is Dracus Duplessis. And you will remember
Did he
my
beat
name.
Brendan
I will
Allen?
be a champion.
I don't think he fought Brendan Allen.
When Brendan Allen fought Marvin Vittori in the casino this weekend. How
Hey.
about that, baby?
Oh,
Hey,
goddamn. Yeah, we're all over the map.
He hit him with
Listen.
that 1-2.
Listen, let me tell you right now, that moment cost two of my favorite things I've seen so far this year. So shout out to our guy Alex Behoon. He actually dropped the first person to drop the information that Brendan Allen and Martin Vittori had gotten to a fight at the PFL in the casino. And so he listed out what happened. So Vittori took a swing at the former Fury 205 champ Tuco, missed, and Brendan Allen came in there and doing what any good man from Louisiana is going to do. You see your friend in a fight, you don't ask questions, you jump in. Like there's
I
no.
didn't see Tuco nowhere, though.
Yeah, I don't.
Brendan handled it.
Well, they had pushed Tuco back, like they were trying to keep them separated, and that's when Brendan, I guess, saw what was going on, and well, listen, we're in a squabble now, you know. So
So are they set to fight?
Brendan runs in, hits him with a 1-2, knocks Vittori into a roulette table, and so Alex, who is our guy for social media and Twitter as well, he puts out this tweet, and Dana responds to it.
What Dana say?
And Dana puts like that had to be fight of the night at PFL. You know, I was like, he's like that was the best fight that happened. Yeah. So shout out to Brendan Allen holding it down. Listen, man, you can't take a swing at a man's friend and not expect for it to get swung back on.
Y'all swing on Rich, I'm letting him get hit.
You're getting the Patrick Bam Bam Hutton back up right there, man.
There you go.
Ask Colin Cantrell.
Oh my god.
Oh, if you don't know, you don't know.
If you don't know, yeah, we ain't
Hey,
telling you.
so Driscus how you say it?
Dracus Duplessis.
I've said him Driscus Duplessis.
Discus do sock punch. He's like, he
Listen.
mispronounced everything.
all over the
Dicky,
page.
Dick. He fourth round
DDP.
rear naked choke finish.
Dude, unbelievable.
I can't cry.
Unbelievable.
crazy, bro.
That was. I wanted to see him win though. I wanted to see him stab. Dude, so many people just wrote him off, and dude, I love an underdog. His fight style is so awkward; it doesn't
what
work
it
for
is.
anybody but him. Everybody
what it
hates
is.
to watch him fight, but he's a huge underdog, and I love to see that.
So who beats him? There's talk of him and Pereira fighting.
Yeah, that's
What do you
it.
think?
That's the guy that beats
I
him.
don't think
Think so?
Yes,
Well, I don't think Pereira-
Especially, hey, he's talking about. They were saying, "Well, where do you fight?"
He wants to
and
go
Dracus
up.
says, "I'll go up," or his coach did rather. His manager coach, somebody said that he would fight at 205. That's a terrible idea for him, but
He's gonna
Pereira's that
fight
guy.
Strickland next, which that was a split decision. That was
Yeah,
that
but
was a
if you-
very close fight.
Yeah.
Look at them. Who looked like they were in a fight and who didn't?
I mean, Strickland looked fine.
Yeah.
Shit.
What are you talking about? He looked like just a regular white dude coming out of the trailer park.
Beat up, bro. Like,
So I think, it will be Sean Strickland next. Oddly enough, Pereira's already he's fighting the number 8 guy, which it only makes sense if you look at everybody else is kind of booked and has fights going on. But I'm excited to see Khalil Roundtree and Pereira because that's just 2 bangers, dude. But the weird thing about Dracus, man, is that when you think about Izzy, he's known as this super technical striker, right? Very long, great reach. But you've got this bull who's just kind of charging at you, doesn't care what you're throwing at him, and throwing random punches. And you got to admit, when you're sparring with somebody, you get used to sparring with guys who know how to fight.
yeah,
Yeah.
technical.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get used to that.
I've always said that. So when you fight a guy that has a weird style, it's like,
Like
what's the
lunges
defense?
with every
Yeah.
punch,
Yeah, what's
and
the defense? How do you
he's
slip him?
constantly switching. Orthodox.
This
and
is
southpaw.
one of the things that people forget that made Anderson Silva so special is that he would take almost the first round, at least the first half of a round,
Figure someone out.
and just kind of figure you out. Watch your movements, watch you move, and you have to do that because you can be sparring with somebody, and you're so used to seeing the timing of a 1-1-1-2, right? All right, basic timing. We all know these timings coming. Probably a leg kick might come after that, so you're ready. You're ready to check. But when they start throwing just overhand right to a shovel hook off of a wrong foot switch stance, you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
And it takes a while to get used to that.
As a fight fan, you're like, what the fuck am I watching? This guy's about
Yeah.
to get killed at any
Yeah.
second. He's going to
Yeah.
get knocked out.
He also
it's
looks
weird.
exhausted the entire time.
yes, he's like sucking wind through
He
his
had
mouth.
he had a pretty funny quote at the end of it. He talked about how if Pereira got stiffened by Izzy, he's like, I felt every piece of power that Izzy had. He goes, and I walked right through that, and Izzy couldn't handle when I would hit him, which I don't think that's exactly true. But
Yeah.
Pereira, is he going to be able to handle I think he can. He's a massive,
Yeah.
gargantuan freak. But
He's the pound for pound #1 fighter
what
in the
about
UFC
him?
right
He
now.
just stepped up again for another fight. He just took another main event.
Yeah.
307, he's back again. Yeah. He's the most active fighter on the fucking roster. He's trying to be the Kevin Holland who's a champ doing it.
Yeah.
That's insane. But Duplessis walks away with another. I mean, he's defended his title now.
And
He's a
still,
champ.
yeah.
What do you? So who was the co-main of that? Oh, that was the
Kai Kara
France.
France and Steve Usyk.
Hey, fucking France knocking him out, right?
Yeah, first round, 404.
So I didn't.
Knockout.
I only got to watch the main event. We ended CJI right as they were going into the second round of the main event. So I didn't get to see the main. I did hear that the Dan Hooker Gamrot fight was crazy.
That was good. Man, Hooker's a fucking savage.
Yeah,
Hooker takes it and don't stop coming, man.
yeah, he got the decision.
he's not that it's a credit to him. He's been on some of the worst ass beatings I've seen.
Yeah, he has.
You remember the Edson Barbosa beating? His internal organs have to just be constantly in a state of shock and bruised.
I mean, if you look at Dan Hooker from a few years ago and Dan Hooker today, I mean,
Yeah.
you could tell.
Can you also have you seen the tattoo collage of him now? He went from just no tattoos
Yeah, that's
or
what I'm
whatever,
saying.
and now he's covered.
he's completely changed from all those beatings.
When you can.
Yeah, right from it right now. What did we think of CGI? Sebastian, we'll get to that in just a minute. It was aight.
That shit was dope.
So We've got who else?
Great.
Wayne?
Tai Tuivasa drops a 3-round decision. There was some controversy in that one. One of the judges, I mean, it was 29-28, however you say this guy's name. One of the judges, Australian, I'm sure, gave all 3 rounds to Tai Tuivasa.
And then they removed him.
Yeah, and then he got removed for the rest of the night, which is commendable.
How cool is
for the
that?
sanctioning commission to be like, wait a minute, hold on, not so fast. Come sit this one out. Yeah, yeah. It was
How awesome would that be to see that happen here?
Clear 29-28 for Jairzinho Rosenstruck.
You have a shitty judge here in Texas at a Fury event.
There are no shitty judges.
Let's
What are you
take
talking
him
about?
off the fucking stool and put somebody else. in there.
Whenever there's like a clear, just like blatant, like what were you watching moment? Yeah,
I feel like
think
there's been a few of those here.
I would agree, and I think we could probably come up with one fairly recently off the top of our head where a guy, Cam Smotherman,
Okay.
where he wished death to a judge for scoring it wrong. I think that was a little harsh, but there was kind of a what were you watching kind of moment.
It's hard.
I don't think he's been.
It's
back
hard to
either,
defend.
that judge.
Yeah, he has.
The
He
judges.
has. He's been back a couple times.
It's hard to defend judges, just because I can think of a handful of them who I actually see putting in the work to get better.
Right.
By the very
Same thing with
nature
refs.
of the job description,
same thing with
it's
refs.
subjective. It's judging. I mean, they're watching it from a different angle than the other two guys. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but there's a lot that don't know what the fuck's going on.
I agree with that too.
Just because the dude's on top of you, if he's caught in a submission or something,
Right.
like he's not controlling the fight, he's defending.
Yeah.
Like you can be on top and still be defending. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they give it to this guy. He won the round. He was on top.
You know, most states don't seem to have. They have requirements to be a judge or to be a ref, and they have a little bit of shadowing and stuff that you do. But it's the continued education that I don't see.
Right.
I can name a handful of refs and judges that I trust
Right.
whenever my fighters are going in, and then on this side of the table that I know when we have a main event. How many times have you and I sat there and went, "Who's doing the main event?" No, we need to change this.
Yeah. And sometimes they're like, okay, and sometimes
Sometimes they're like, "No."
Sometimes
Too
they're like,
bad.
yeah, fuck you.
most of the time that's the weekend.
You can't pick. Yeah.
You know what? I looked at that Big John referee school in Las Vegas,
Yeah.
and he had like a list of submissions that you had to know
Right.
before going in. That was pretty neat.
Did you know them all?
There's
That's why Diego said he just went out there and looked at the list.
Diego's a 17-year white belt.
yes, no, 11 year.
You've been training for 11 years.
No, I don't know.
11
How long-
years,
how long-
one training session per year.
One
No,
training
what-
session per year.
So he's had 11 sessions of
2
training.
hand jobs per week.
Is that what it's been?
Something like that.
11, something like on the hand jobs or on the training?
No comment.
Comment.
Diego's a 42 stripe white
My
belt.
man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Diego.
Anyways, rounding out this card,
Thank you.
Li Jing Yang, however you say his name, he lost to Carlos Pretes, knocked out in the second round. Man, they could have called that one probably a couple minutes.
Prentice is
Forehand.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
His striking is so much fun.
Dude, he was lighting this guy up. He was probably out on his feet for a good little while before the ref finally stepped in and stopped it.
And they wanted him dead.
Yeah, if he dies, he dies.
They wanted him dead before they turn around and start doing that. So how, you were out at Craig Jones Invitational. How was it?
Yeah.
Being pit side.
Yeah, I was.
I love the pit. Shit.
I was part of the team selected.
Janitor.
I was a janitor to run the first inaugural Craig Jones Invitational.
That was a great show, man.
Yeah, it was. Man, it was everything that we hoped it was going to be, and more. Like it was. So day one, we had 1.8 million views to the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9-hour fucking day, like of grappling, and it was still from the moment it started to the last match of the day. Dude, the level of excitement never changed.
So how was it? A bunch of matches and then the tournament?
No,
Because I only watched day two, like
Okay.
like basically
Right.
the finals. I saw.
So no-
while I was watching the UFC, I was watching it.
it was the entire thing was just the 2 tournaments and 2 super fights. So day
Okay.
1 was just all tournament, running through the brackets.
How many people?
Is
8?
it 16?
16.
Yeah, 16.
Okay, 16.
You had to win 4 matches to win the million, so 16.
Okay. So let's go to ADCC.
Yeah.
What was theirs?
So
Same thing?
ADCC has 3 mats with
Right.
128 matches over the course of 2 days.
And then there's one person that gets in each
And
division.
then
that goes
one
to the
person in
finals?
each division, and then there's the absolute.
Okay. So like a lot of people are saying that the Craig Jones thing is a one and done. That
No.
they blew all their money.
Not
There
at
was
all.
no profit. How are they going to keep this train going?
I can tell you, as one of the few people on the inside being part of the team that put all this together, that's not true, and we will be back for 2025.
Awesome.
Like
That's
it was
crazy.
it was already decided. I mean, during the event, it was confirmed. You know, because you go into something and, you know, kind of like Rosenberg. We went into Rosenberg thinking, well, this could be a one and done. We don't know what we're going to get here. At the end of it, we're like, shit, we got to come back. And so, you know, shout out to Seth and Craig. They had full belief in this
Not
going into
not
it.
sandals.
Not Meth Sandals.
Meth Sandals was not there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. This is Seth from B Team, co-founder of the B Team.
Okay.
And you know, obviously, Craig Jones. They had this idea, put it together, and you know, the whole point of this, people were upset that it was on the same weekend as ADCC, but
And
it's-
Submission Hunter.
and submission hunter. But
I mean, obviously that was intentional.
right.
He did that. He wanted that.
We knew it. I was heartbroken, you know, between the two. But like this was supposed to be a disruptor event.
right.
Like it is supposed to be something to make you question what's going on somewhere else. And this is the big issue. ADCC spends millions on production and setup and staff and the build. And they had the T-Mobile Arena, which
You don't need that.
it was not packed at
It's
any
more for
point.
prestige.
I was there on Sunday for the finals.
They had more people at the grand opening of Toehold.
They might have
their
had-
new location.
I love Toho, man, but like I think they might have had more people at Toho, but no, but it was definitely there was a lot of people. I mean, it's a T-Mobile Arena. Like it's I can't say that CJI drew more people, but the feeling you had at the two events was completely different. And where Craig and you know, when we looked at CGI, we didn't want to give the money to production. We wanted to give the money to the athletes. So to give you an idea,
Production was still great though.
it was good, right?
Yeah.
It was good. Hey, that's a shout out to Todd and the guys from Karate Combat.
It wasn't a bad production.
No.
Did they use their pit too?
Yeah. Well, so they made this
That
is
one looked bigger.
I want to say it's a different pit. It was made actually the Tackett boys helped like put it all together and stuff. And so it's a bigger pit. I was unsure that I would be okay with the pit. You know, I mean, I went in there and I kind of looked at it, and at first I was like, I mean, it's cool looking, but how's this going to play out? Dude,
It was great.
fucking awesome.
That's what I thought when I went to do Karate Combat in Austin. I was like, man, this thing is different. How's it gonna work for everybody? And
Yeah.
shit, I fucking loved it.
It's very space dependent, though. Like, we couldn't do that type of pit at Escapade. No. It's just not enough room.
The other thing is that Texas was really stern on no tech zone because
Yeah.
we started off with a small tech zone, and by like the fourth fight, it was completely torn apart, and everybody was
engulfed
on the pit.
engulfed with fans.
There was nothing you could do, and you would have had to have security go in there and kick everybody.
Now, I will say we had the same thing. We tried to
keep people back.
keep people from the pit.
Yeah.
And it's just natural. You're watching this fight. You want to, like, you get right up on it.
Yeah.
And
That's
day
what they
one,
want.
and you know me, day one, like, I'm trying to keep, hey, listen, if you want people to pick at the fight, I'm kicking people out. I'm moving people around. By day two, I was like, fuck it, man. Just enjoy
and
it.
it looks cool.
It was so
It looks
awesome,
cool
dude.
with them up that close.
And for those who have not watched it, you have to go back and watch Andrew Tackett versus Cade Rotolo. It is 15 minutes of maybe the best jiu-jitsu you will ever see. Like, when I tell you that this stadium went fucking bonkers, they went insane. I've never heard them call for one more round or any more jiu-jitsu after a match. Anytime you've watched jiu-jitsu, even when it's super exciting, you're like, cool, I'm glad that's over. Let's get the winner. Dude, they were one more round, one more. I mean, they were fucking getting after it. And it is if I was going to show somebody like these days, a young kid, hey, this is what jiu-jitsu can be. You show them that match, and if you're not fucking inspired to get out and go train or put your kid in this to go, like, it is fucking amazing. Best match I've ever seen in my life. And all that being said, when this came together, the guys who won ADCC, they go through all these matches, bust their ass, and they
What's
won
the grand prize?
$40,000, which is a good payday.
Yeah, that's
It's
a nice
it's a
payday.
For grappling, right?
It's a great
Yeah.
payday.
That's
He didn't even get punched in the face.
For jiu-jitsu.
70-80% of my salary for the year.
Yeah, so everybody who did the CJI got $10,001 just for competing,
Okay.
which already you made more money than had you went and even placed at ADCC.
So only the winner gets 40.
Only the
right?
winner gets
Nobody else gets paid.
No,
What's that extra dollar for? Like, to make
That
sure
was-
you get overtaxed?
That was Craig Jones' spite. So like when it was first announced, the winners used to get $10,000 at ADCC.
Every winner.
Every winner. No, total. The winner of the finals.
Oh.
So if you go and compete at ADCC, you don't get paid. You don't get paid. You have to win it to get paid.
I mean,
Now,
which is still better than competing for IBJJF.
there's some under the table deals that are made to clearly like to get some bigger names to come in. But yeah, you're right. I still don't understand why people are more willing to go do an IBJJF tournament versus try to get on a Fight Pass Invitational or a Sub Hunter or now everybody wants to get on CJI now. You're paying money to go and compete to get a medal or a piece of paper that you're going to hang on your wall, and you may update your website. But I don't think, again, we don't have any IBJJF medals at our gym, and we're not for a lack of students.
And listen, man, there's still no knock on ADCC. Like,
No.
they're still prestigious.
was
Like,
awesome.
that's a great event. And from a promoter standpoint, like, the promoter has to make money.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not going to knock these guys that are trying to make money, and they're trying to make money, and they are spending a lot of money to give you a
Oh,
nice
yeah.
ass venue.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say, how many people are honestly going to be able to ever say I competed in jiu-jitsu at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas?
Not many.
Not many, man. So, I mean, whether Craig Jones Invitational was better or not, that's
Subjective, right?
Yeah.
That's for the viewer to decide.
I still think that having both of those platforms
Yeah.
is fucking amazing, and hats off to both guys who ran both events and keep doing your shit. You know?
I hope if anything that comes out of this that maybe you see a raise in the purses, and you already have seen a raise in the purses from ADCC because of this event. It's also shown that
$10,002.
yeah, well,
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what does that do for regional MMA?
nothing.
But does it put a knock on us? Does it put a knock on LFA and us who are
Does it-
paying main
but-
event guys 25 and 25 or
does it
5,000?
does
I
it
don't
put-
think so.
Does it put a knock on the UFC for doing kind of what ADCC does? They take 90% of the profit and only give out, let's say, 15% to the athlete. You can't knock the promotion has
It's
to
totally
make money.
different when you talk about the UFC.
How?
Because Dana has year-round 300 plus employees,
Right.
that he has to pay a salary to
How many events
every
per
week.
month?
Right.
Still though,
But if
he has consistent,
and he would have
He's
zero.
got the PI.
He would have zero of those employees if the fighters weren't there.
yeah.
It's
There's always going to be
fight.
fighters that are going to say yeah though.
There will always be, but until
I think it's totally different in my opinion.
I mean
What
I
Dana
think there's
does
some
and
right
how
and some
Dana
wrong to it.
pays versus a one-off event of jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
it's not the same.
Oh, not at all.
Dana keeps this train. He kept it rolling during COVID.
I mean, look, listen, Dana, you are paid handsomely to be a UFC fighter.
yeah.
Especially when, and this isn't, I mean, it's kind of a knock on us and everybody else. Regionally, the money isn't there. We're providing you opportunity to go make money.
Right.
I mean, and I think we're all pretty upfront and honest about that. Like we know this. It's not this like, we don't have this massive pot of money to give out. Otherwise we would. Like we pay what we can to be able to still put on shows.
Exactly. To be able to do the show the next month
Right.
and the next couple
Right.
weeks. But let's be honest, like, even if you get a promotion, let's just say somebody else comes along and tries to do what Craig Jones just did to ADCC and say, hey, Dana, you're not paying these guys enough. I'm about to come in and I'm going to pay these guys $1 million each to fight tonight. Well, how long is that going to last?
Well, look at I mean, it's pretty easy. Like, look at everybody else who's come and gone and is no longer here.
Well, PFL tried to do those $1 million tournaments, and that doesn't have UFC guys saying, "Man, I want to go 100%."
Right.
Most of those guys are going to PFL after they get cut.
Yeah, I still
Get
think
cut.
it's
a step back.
It's like agreed.
It's a
You know,
step
we
back.
used to say that Bellator was where you went after your UFC career,
Right.
and now that's kind of become PFL. The
Well,
guys,
they
the-
merged with Bellator.
Yeah, they merged with
Yeah,
Bellator.
yeah. The guys who go to PFL. Look, if you have a shot to go and win the $1 million tournament,
That's great.
That's cool, man. That's really awesome.
Or
Like,
even if they're going to pay you $50,000 for one fight or something, man. Go
all
ahead.
the other fighters on there, they're not making this crazy amount of money.
No.
And listen, do they get paid more than what we're going to pay them? Maybe. And we've released guys to go to PFL before, like take an opportunity. That's awesome, man. But there's only one goal in MMA. Your goal is the UFC.
Right.
Your goal is that's the only place you can be a superstar. I think between the four of us sitting here at the table, if I asked you to give me 3 of the PFL champions, I don't think you can.
I don't know one.
Ryan Bader was
He was.
one.
He was
was.
PFL
Yeah.
or Bellator.
He was a 2-division champ for Bellator.
I mean, Bellator champs were who?
Right. Even
Rafion.
Rafion.
That's the only one I know
And
because
then-
he's a local
Pitbull.
guy
and
here.
Rafion lost his belt before they closed.
Okay.
Ryan Bader lost his titles before they closed.
All right.
I'm trying to think of who else.
Yeah, me too.
Michael
I'm
Chandler
trying to think
at
of
one
who
point
else
was
too.
a champ. Eddie Alvarez
So
was
talk
a
all the
champ.
shit you want about the UFC. That's still the prestige,
That's-
and that's the goal.
Listen,
Go
and
fuck.
and talk to a guy like Kevin Holland.
Yep.
Kevin Holland went to the UFC. He took every opportunity that was presented to him, and Kevin Holland's living a great life. He's very happy with where he is now. And again, if you're looking for money at the regional level, you're not looking for what you should be. It's opportunity. It's all we can
This is where
provide
you
is
hone your
opportunity.
craft.
This is
to
your
get to
job
that.
interview. This is your job interview.
But the real job interview is when you get to fight in front of Dana.
Yeah.
If you want to make millions of dollars, go become a star there. Go show him. Look at O'Malley coming off a contender series.
Diego.
Same thing. Look at Diego. Diego's a fucking millionaire.
How crazy is
That's not crazy.
Diego's a millionaire.
He owes
Not
me-
this Diego.
Definitely not this Diego.
He owes me $6 from that when we went on vacation.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to get Diego. Look,
Hey, interest. You better start
I'd
adding
like to
interest.
get my money back with interest.
I'll never forget that. Mick still talks about one of his buddies in Australia that owes him $20. He's like, man, when I see that motherfucker, I want my $20. I want my $20, bitch.
Hey, Mick is like a fucking elephant. When it
Somebody
comes
owes
to
me $2. Who? You bitch, you owe me $2.
$2. Give my shit. Yeah. So it's. I don't think you're going to see much change. Look, I am beyond happy to be a stepping stool for you to get to the UFC.
Me too.
You know, because then we get to go do cool shit. Like next week, we're going to fly out and go watch Aswell and Piccinini on Contender Series.
Nikki P. Both them boys coming home with contracts.
How cool is that, man?
They're
That'll
gonna
be
do
awesome.
it. They're gonna do it.
That'll be awesome.
You know, and you know, I know I've heard a few people talk about, well, Nick's only got this many fights or done this.
Yeah, we looked at that.
Nick has 6 fights. He's finished 5 people. So he's 90% he's finishing people. That's what you have to do. It's not always going to be you got 15 fights and
Yeah.
you've won. You've won
Exactly.
14
and he's
decisions.
training with one of the best camps, so he's only getting better. We haven't seen Nick in like 5 months,
Yeah.
so he's gonna look like a
And
different
remember,
animal. He's been training.
young in his career. He's got 6 fights total.
Yeah.
He doesn't have 6 fights plus 6 amateur fights, and then 3 years before that he was training. No, he has 6 fights fucking total.
He's probably been training for 3 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It'll be really interesting to see. I mean, God, dude, he's fun to watch, man. But Aswell, dude, I'm pumped for him. That's a guy who's got he's got 50 fights already. You know, like
That kid is in shape right now.
yeah.
Like, he's so hungry. He's like, bro, I'm not losing. I'm not losing. I seen him in the gym the other day hitting pads. I was like, damn, he's lean.
Yeah.
Like, normally I see, like, Aswell fights, and then he gets to, like, 200 pounds because he likes to eat and drink and play golf and shit. This kid has been disciplined since the moment he knocked out Nate Richardson. I mean,
Yeah, he's doing exactly what you have to do, because also one of the things that we saw with Josh Van last year is right now, you know, you're on the radar because you're on Contender Series, but you could get a call up still. Mm-hmm. Josh Van, remember, was on Contender Series.
he got called up.
and got called up before his fight.
Yeah.
You know, so like you have to stay ready, and I think the guys before, and I'm clearly they're training with Daniel Pineda, a guy who's always going to be ready to make his weight. Daniel Pineda can come walk out of the bar, go straight to a sauna, and then like make weight.
Yep.
You know, so it's they got a great leader and a great example there in front of them for that. So did you guys watch any of like ADCC or CJIs?
I watched Craig Jones.
Yeah.
I didn't watch nothing else. I mean, I was watching the UFC and I watched Andrew Tackett's match.
Yeah.
And then I watched Nicky Rod's final.
How was it for you as a viewer?
It was great. It was great. Like everything was cool. The commentary was good. The match was great. Like I was like, shit, while I'm watching the UFC.
There was some really cool.
And it was fucking awesome to see Nicky win that money first.
dude.
I was like, yes. I was so happy for him, man.
Yeah, he has been one of the he gets such a bad rap because of the
why.
it's just because of the way he looks. Like
He's such a
you're-
cool guy.
If you're a good looking dude, he's big, he's good looking.
I can vouch.
He's successful.
I can vouch.
You're very big, very big. So like you look at him and people automatically think like he's a douchebag, and he's
Not at
so
all,
not.
man.
He's so not. He's everything but that.
Listen, there's a lot of guys that see us in and out of Fight Pass Invitational, like when we're there, and then they see us at like a Fury show or something, and he's one of the few that will walk up and
Yeah.
say how you doing and shake your hand and acknowledge you, and the other ones are just like
He's also one of the things that we run into at doing all these shows is the level of diva that comes out from these guys. But just simply something, hey, from the hotel you have to take the shuttle to go to the PI.
Yeah.
How fucking hard that's been every time.
I mean, I'll tell you that like Marigali is not the
No.
easiest guy to work with.
Not at all.
You know, the dude wants to go get in a Mercedes
Yep.
and don't want to follow directions and get in the shuttle. And
Show up when he wants.
he's a great grappler,
Yeah.
but I mean, man, just make our life easier too, so we can. it doesn't-
Dude, Nicky Rod walked up to him and said, hey man, because he was going to ride with his brother or something. in a
He's
truck.
like, I'm gonna get in the shuttle.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I'll go get in the shuttle. Walked in, got in the
Didn't even
shuttle.
question it,
No,
man.
hey man, I need you to come do this interview. Okay, dude, he just won $1 million. My one of my things I had to make sure he did at that point was to make sure he goes and does this media obligation. And so I had to grab him as he's coming off stage and I said, hey man, I need you in 5 minutes. Go take your time, hugs, but I gotta have you in 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, I didn't really have to go look for him. He was ready. I walked over there. I said, hey, man, he goes, yeah. And he walked over, followed me to the interview with his $1 million fucking briefcase.
That's
And,
amazing, bro.
How cool. Like, change
That's
your
so
life.
amazing.
And how about the Rotolo brothers splitting the money?
With each other?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah. So they went into the same division with the intentions of
If they
doubling
win,
their chances. If they got to the finals, they were going to beat the shit out of each other for whoever wins.
And split it.
And so Cade won, so he's splitting it with his brother.
that's so fucking cool.
So I
That's cool.
I hadn't had much interaction.
When you wouldn't give it to your brother?
Nah. No thanks.
I had not had much interaction with the Rotolos. I'd had way more interaction with like the Tackett boys, and
Well, we've known them their whole
since they were,
life.
like babies, yeah. But
It's like
the
6 or 7 years
Rotolos
old.
were so nice and so cool, and just had this great energy about them, man. Very much like
They
smaller.
look like it.
Dude. They were just happy to be there. Everything, yes sir, no sir. Like let's have a good time. And to see him win that $1 million, and I turned around and his dad was right behind me.
Just crying.
Dude, he just had like his eyes were watered up a little bit, but he
So how
also
much-
Crying because he knew the boys were splitting the money between themselves.
He's
They
like,
weren't giving
I
any to
get
dad.
half, and y'all split the other half.
Bastards! I birthed you.
oh, he was just so happy for them, man. And he had it was awesome, man. Like I really am. I talked to Eric when I first got this opportunity to come out and be a part of CGI, and I wasn't sure. I was like, man, I don't know, man, because I got to miss one of our shows, and it's so rare that we miss a show. And I'm like, hey man, I got this opportunity. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna run a bunch of stuff for them. And he was like, yeah, man, go out and do it. And looking back, dude, I'm so glad I went. Like I got to be a part.
I'm glad you went, man.
I got to be a part of this like historic event, and it was also. It was. I called Eric during the show because it was hilarious. Because we're walking around and everyone kept asking me. They're like, "Man, hey, it's so cool to see the Fury guys being a part of this. Where's Eric?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, hey, "He's in the back.
He's moving his daughter to A&M right now, crying.
But they were really talking about how like they were happy to see guys who knew production,
Right.
who knew what to do. And it really made me feel good about what we do here at home, that, man, these guys aren't even in MMA Spirit, and they know.
That's why it was so cool. That's why I thought it was such a fucking opportunity for you that you couldn't miss. I was like, there's no way that I would say, no, man, we need you here. You have
Look,
to be
man.
here.
I need you to be in Dallas with me.
There's a reason we haven't talked about Submission Hunter Pro
Go handle
93
your
yet.
business.
It's because you weren't there.
I don't blame you.
Go handle your business, Rich. Be a part of it.
So Submission 193 went down in Dallas.
And then it didn't. And then it was over. And then we came back home.
It's just, man, like,
Do you think it was we went back too soon?
no, I mean, it was just the venue had a bunch of complications that that you don't ever prepare for stuff like what happened. You don't prepare for those things.
Yeah.
The audio went down and shit like that. Just little bullshit. You know, the matches were cool. The matches were good. I got a lot of texts afterwards saying thank you for the opportunity. When's the next one?
Right.
But I've expressed this and I'll express it again. Like, Fury FC is my baby.
Right.
And I put my heart and everything into Fury FC. And Submission Hunter I care about, but I don't look at it the same. You know?
I mean,
Fury,
let's be
Fury is his wife. Submission Hunter is his girlfriend.
I wouldn't even say it's his girlfriend.
So what did I say?
Because I've had to talk
As long as I get mine.
I've had to talk his ass into doing Sub Hunter, like continue to do Sub Hunter so many times.
You know,
And
it's-
jiu-jitsu is a growing sport, and I want to be involved in that. I want to help the sport grow.
We gotta get a pit.
I just can't do it as often as I used to do it.
Sure.
Like, I don't have the time.
I do think that the Fury itself has become such a monster that and especially when you add the
It's a
fact that
fucking
we're
monster.
still doing amateurs.
Yeah.
So like it's constant. So maybe Sub Hunter becomes a quarterly thing, if that. Like maybe it's a twice a year. I don't know. Like
I'd like to get it to the point where we're doing 4 shows a year only in Houston.
sure.
And we are flying in big talent, and we're doing 25 matches or less.
Michael Aswell said he'll do a jiu-jitsu match. You got some other shit to do right now,
Hey,
champ.
man.
We gotta
Hey,
go get that
Worry
contract.
about what you're supposed to be worrying about.
We gotta go get that contract
Son of a
first.
gun.
And where's the after party at, Mike? As well.
Yeah, where is the after
Where
party?
we
at?
partying?
It's gonna be at a lobster roll place. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I can't have pops anywhere that is inappropriate. Like I'm taking my dad's.
Are we saying that like hypothetically?
Air quotes or
inappropriate?
like
air
what?
quotes?
Are we saying that Pops went to bed?
Dad went to sleep.
Went to sleep?
Mom, Dad went to sleep. Mom.
Your mom just turned the show off. It's your dad right now.
You ain't going.
Hey, make sure we drop this one after we leave. After we leave.
Yeah, once we're on a plane.
Yeah, man. Like it's hard. It's hard to balance all that. We'll have that figured out, man. Champ's gonna do some champ stuff. Michael Aswell joining us in the chat there. Sub Hunter Pro.
There's that if you want to talk about it.
Nah, I'm good.
There are like
I mean-
2 submissions on the main card.
Listen.
out of 9 matches.
We had a undercard full of submissions, and then we get to the main card, and like it's.
Hey, the plus side to the audio being down, man, we were able to just like rapid fire get through the undercard.
We went through fast. We were done quick. We were out of there like 9:30, right?
Yeah, it might have
about
been
an
a little
hour
bit
main
later.
card.
It's
Oh wow.
maybe close to 10, yeah.
But it felt great to have only 8 matches on the main card. It's almost like a main card MMA,
Yeah.
but 1-rounders.
That's cool.
So we'll be back early next year.
What'd you guys think about the time limit concept we did at CGI? 3 5-minute rounds.
I like that. It's like MMA, right?
That was cool.
For a Sub Hunter, it would take all night though. That's a long night of.
Well, I mean, if we did 50 matches, yeah. But if you're only doing like
They did that for the tournament too.
a
though.
limited amount of matches, then.
It was
gotta think.
rough for the first part.
16 competitors in the tournament, like in 2 different
So that's-
tournaments
8 matches.
on each. That's 16, and then they had 2 super fights, so 18 matches total. If they all went 3 rounds, that's a long day. That's why he said the first day was like 8 hours or something.
9 hours.
9 hours.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, nah.
It
It's
Sounds
great
like
for them.
your average submission hunter show.
remember getting down with submission hunters at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Golly, man.
Thanks, Eric.
Do I?
Hey,
Dear-
listen, but I wrote the playbook for everybody else.
Not lying.
They followed our lead, right?
So
And I can preach to that real quick because remember blue belts weren't allowed on certain cards.
Yep.
No kids and no teens were allowed on certain cards. Now you see everybody with blue belts, white belts, kids, teens.
I mean, hell, we've done a blue belt all show. All blue belt
That's
show.
what I'm saying. We've done an all kids show.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for somebody to say, I'm doing all kids.
it'll happen.
Yeah, well.
It'll happen. It'll be
All
welcome.
women.
You're welcome, motherfuckers.
all women. We've done all women's.
You're welcome.
Groundbreaker, innovator, Eric Garcia.
Speaking of innovation, man, I thought it would be really cool to pull off MMA in that pit.
I think so. That would be amazing.
I think it could really open up something different. I wasn't sure how it would look visually, but when you're upstairs and you're kind of looking into it, dude, it's cool. There's no cage in your way.
Right.
It was dope.
Yeah, I like the idea.
That
I like the
that
concept,
that pit would look cool at Escapade if we could do a smaller one. It'd have to be like a 20 by 20.
Can you make a round pit?
Probably.
I was gonna say it can't be like 20 by 20. It'd be like a huge square or something. Like you like bring it in, make it like 15 by 10 or something.
Well,
I
right
don't know.
now our cage is with the catwalk is 28 by 28.
Right.
So if we did a 20 by 20 pit, but then again, man, I mean that's karate combat.
Yeah.
Like that's their thing. Like, and their deal is with smaller gloves. It's almost like MMA. There's no grappling, really, right?
Right. There's punching on the ground.
But as long as you're punching on the ground and you're engaging, you can do that. So karate combat was a cool event too to be a part of.
yeah,
So how awesome is that? We've been a part of a bunch of different shit. You know, it's
we have, man.
opportunity's great.
It's definitely like looking back again.
Very grateful.
I didn't think when we first flew out to Vegas and had that first meeting that years later we'd have done Fight Pass Invitationals and Karate Combat and CJI and like been a part of all these things.
After roll the dice, let's try
Yeah.
and meet this guy.
Yeah, we'll just do it. J for KO. I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm assuming you mean Jay Alderete is going to get a knockout in this fight, but some complete sentences would help out for that.
J for KO.
J for KO. Is that what that? Is that what you mean?
That sounds like a politician.
2+
thing.
knockdowns.
J for
It
president.
sounds like
right?
somebody trying to recite the alphabet and having a stroke.
It wasn't that bad. I'm bad if you just give me partial I like. What's the sentence structure here? Help me out.
I know, right? Or throw a comma or period, exclamation point, something.
My wife will tell me, "Hey, what time's that thing on Thursday?" I'm like, what thing?
Oh God!
She's like, "It's the only thing you have." I don't remember the thing that I have today, let alone Thursday.
Ashton is the worst about that. Hey, Dad, where did I put the thing? You're leaving yourself wide open for
Yeah.
some dad jokes that you don't want right now.
Usually it goes in the vagine,
Yeah.
son, but sometimes you'll get a
Vagine.
wide. Sometimes you'll get a wide one, and honestly, they'll be okay too.
I don't know. Can you sit down comfortably? I don't know. Check
Yeah.
there,
As
motherfucker.
long as I get mines.
Dad, I got my first blowjob this week. My fucking jaw's killing me. I'm like, jeez, son.
Oh my
That's
God.
Gave. You gave your first blowjob. You
Gave.
disappointment. You're
Gave.
released from the family.
How much did you get paid? What's the
That's the only way you can stay in.
like
And are
how?
you going to split the money with me?
Let's just say hypothetically, because we all have sons.
Oh God damn! Here comes a rich
Let's just
hypothetical.
say
I'm going to hide under the
hypothetically.
table.
Your son comes to you and says,
Terrible place.
Dad, not only am I gay, all right, actually, you know what, Dad, I'm not gay, but I'm doing gay per pay on OnlyFans, and I'm making $250K a month. A month, Dad. How
I mean,
proud would
are you
be?
just showing nudes only?
No, Dad, I'm sucking.
Nah.
dicks.
He's-
Dad, I'm blowing
Rich,
cocks down. like
Rich
fucking-
clearly said he's doing
Yeah.
gay for pay, so
Yeah.
he's doing. He's
How
doing.
proud are you of them? I'm not. You're not proud? I'm not. He's making $500,000 every 60 days.
Is that in the Bible?
Is that in the Bible?
What, the pay structure? I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
Listen, he's not laying down with another man because a lot of it's just kneeling.
Still. Come on, man. Come on, Rich.
What?
Change the fucking subject,
You
Rich.
wouldn't. You wouldn't be proud?
No.
Raheel
No.
Ramzanali is loving this. He likes to play this game too.
I mean, I feel like you just got me in the sweat. I'm not sure if I'd be proud, but also like,
Hey
I
man,
wouldn't be too upset.
it'd be kind of like the Chris Rock
Rich, are
joke.
You fucking out of your mind?
It'd be like the Chris Rock joke where like he's talking about OJ and
Yeah.
He says,
Nicole
"I don't know
Simpson.
if
He's
I
like,
can
hey,
say it."
I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying I understand.
No, I mean,
There you go. I don't know.
Eric is not.
That's where I'm leaving it.
Not on the understanding side. You laying on the understanding side?
I'm
Well,
not
I mean,
understanding at all.
look, do I want my son doing that? No, of course not. I'd rather
Diego
him
don't even want to talk about it.
Diego, where are you
Yeah.
going? Diego, listen. If
point
Diego
a
Jr.
camera over there.
If Junior called you and said, "Dad, I'm getting my back blown out 3
Oh,
days a week."
golly. Hey,
3 days.
hey, you didn't say that.
Yeah, no.
Hey, you didn't say
This
that.
This is Diego's kid.
No.
This is Diego's kid.
All right.
Diego,
on, man.
Diego, look me in the eyes. Diego, look me in the eyes. Back blown out.
Oh,
Dad, no lube. They're just ramrodding me 3 days a week. But Dad, I'm making $50,000 a week. And I'm paying your house note. I'm taking care of all your debt. And you're never gonna have to work again, Dad.
Nah.
Nope.
Nah.
I'll fucking work.
Nah.
I'll work, bitch.
Son.
fucking
Where did I
work.
fail you, son?
All of a sudden, in the background, you
Your
hear,
dad could have done these things, but he
Might as well
didn't.
put a bullet
And he
in my
wouldn't.
and the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue, some man on the moon.
No.
Listen,
Hey, to each their
how do
own.
we always fucking
I know, man.
take the route to gay talk when Rich is here?
I know.
Because he's a veteran. That's why.
fucking gay,
He's a
man.
veteran.
No, listen. Nobody said it was gay.
That shit's gay.
It's gay for pay.
No, that's some gay shit.
You've done worse for money.
Fuck that. Not with men.
Look,
Cool.
if you're gay and that's what you do, man, I've got
That's
no
up to
problem
you.
with that at all. I would just rather my son not do the things for
man,
money
go do your
that
thing,
Rich
man.
thinks up. That's all.
I got gay friends.
I want, yeah, yeah. I mean, dude,
I love my gay friend.
Man, listen, hey,
same.
you do what you gotta do. I don't know if I can look you in the eyes the same way anymore.
Me neither.
It's like have y'all
Yeah,
ever,
because Rich would be like, "Hey, man, how much?"
have you guys have y'all had a friend who was bi?
You?
No,
I don't know. Honestly,
no,
I don't
because
know.
hey,
I don't get
never
in
mind.
people's
This is
personal
being recorded.
business.
No,
Yeah,
but
right.
Not outwardly.
Same.
Like they tell you. They're like, hey,
I mean,
I've
off the
probably
top of my
had
head, I can't think of it, but I'm sure I
Maybe
have. Yeah.
girls, not men.
why
don't
is
think
that?
I've-
Why is that so accepted? But like the
don't
guy
know.
thinks not.
Well, see,
know.
to
It's
me,
weird, right?
to,
It is
to me,
weird,
man,
yeah.
look,
Listen, what's the? It's as much accepted as a guy that goes and sleeps with 10 girls or a girl that goes and sleeps with 10 guys. It's okay for the guy. It's not okay for the girl.
Right.
So it's okay for the girl to be bi.
Right.
It's not okay for the guy to be.
to me, there's no such thing as bi for a dude. All right.
Secretly gay.
You're either gay or you're gay and really greedy. Like you're taking the girls too. It's like, dude, come on, man.
Well, it's okay for a woman to masturbate, but a guy can't check off.
Yeah, man. If you get caught, dude, oh my god, yeah. Were you jacking off?
Why is it? If you
No!
If you walked into,
I was not. No.
You walk into.
Okay,
a
well, it's
room,
been a really long time. I kind of had to. You know, you get it.
You walk into the room and your lady's down there doing
Shout out Joe
DJ
Rogan.
Oh,
diddles
man.
on herself, and you're like, "Fuck, this is kind of hot, right?" She flips it. She walks in the room. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" You're like, "You got your leg up and shit. You're just a
You
freak."
pervert.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, mom.
Like Diego knows the feeling.
Diego, when's the last time you got busted jacking off?
Right before the podcast.
Yeah, man.
Today before the podcast. No?
No.
No, it was last week.
No.
Hey, congratulations to Diego.
What do you do?
He's having a baby shower for his son.
Diego, you having a baby?
Congratulations.
My son's having a baby. My 17-year-old.
Oh, that's right. You told me. That's right. That's right.
Their grandfather.
Have they named the baby yet?
Dude.
Is this your first? Wait,
Yes.
is this your first?
We're gonna have to
Little
we're gonna have to
boy?
clean up
Little
our
girl?
jokes, man.
Boy or girl?
This,
Boy.
This man's gonna be a grandfather. We got to clean up our jokes.
Is
man.
he
Grandfather.
naming him Christian Jr.?
He's naming him Christian Jr.
That's Hispanic as fuck. Isn't it?
CJ.
Is it?
I wanted to name all my kids Diego.
Cristian Junior.
Like George
All right,
Foreman.
George
Yeah,
Foreman.
sure did. My wife says, hell
Christian
no.
Jr.
I don't know, man. It's kind of a mental illness or something. I don't know. Like George Foreman. Like, why you name all your kids George? Like, you don't want to
That's
like
kinda
have to think of
fucking
another name, Yeah, dude.
It's a very
That's
it's a,
weird.
It's a very Hispanic thing though too, right? Like
Yeah.
shout out to Chris Castillo. He's having a little baby, and there's this Chris Jr.
Yeah.
It seems
I
like
mean, you want to carry that
Right.
name on.
In the Puerto Rican culture, they call him Junito or Junior.
I'm hoping my
you know?
son, when he has a son, is Eric Jr., Eric the Third.
That'd be awesome.
Eric the Third. Then the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th.
That's right.
yeah, but not if
Goddamn.
you had like 5 sons, you're not naming them Eric
No,
the second,
no,
Eric the third,
no.
Eric the fourth.
The first one
like
gets
every
the name.
every male under
that's
your
it.
roof is named Eric.
you only love the first one.
No, bitch.
Is that what? Is that how it is in the culture?
No.
And the baby, like it seems like the first one and the baby is taken care of.
I mean, like, if you look at my dad, he's got Albert Jr., and Albert III. So as soon as my brother's son if he has a little boy, Albert the Fourth.
did you ever
maybe,
feel like your dad loved you less because you didn't get Albert?
he loved me the most?
Were you the baby?
No, I'm the middle.
No, that was fake love, dog. Like nobody loves the middle.
Hey,
kid.
if it was
Oh,
fake
man.
love, it made me feel good.
The middle kid was the accident, right? Like, whoa, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we might as well have one more.
Actually, the last one is normally the accident if it's too far apart. You know,
I was just
Yeah.
trying to bust your balls. You're absolutely right.
me and my older brother are 18 months apart.
Yeah, sometimes
18 months.
Damn, Pops
But then
wasn't
me and
giving her
my
no legs.
youngest are 6 years apart.
Yeah. See, that's you can tell life then too. Like Pops was younger, like he wasn't giving moms no breaks. Breaked out the next baby, and then he was like, "Fuck these kids, we got like." And then some drunken Christmas.
Well, if you
comes
look
around.
at, if you look
I've got to
at
lay out on this one. I've got jokes, I've got material, but
EJ
knowing
and
who's
Madison,
watching, I can't
my
be making
kids
that.
are the two oldest are like 20 months apart, I think.
Yeah,
And then Aubrey's 6 years later. Her and Madison are 6 years apart.
yeah. I think my daughters are like
Her and EJ are only 4 years apart.
18 months apart or something like that. Something in that range.
Man,
They're one grade.
I always said I would have had 5. I would have loved to have 5 kids.
You want to throw down one more?
She won't. I tried. When we dropped Madison off at college,
What about your mistress?
You try
I
back
told
in?
her. Listen, I was
Madison's outside getting her bags and shit.
I was on the phone. I was on the phone with Jason House, and I was like, "Man, I just dropped my kid off at college," and he was like, "Damn, for real?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I need another one." He's like, "Let's go." And Tara can hear him, and she's like, "Hell no." Hell, she's told him, "You go have one first."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, man, we're at a great point in our life now that my kids are older. They can do for themselves. They drive. They work.
It'd be hard to have another baby right now.
It would be
right?
very hard to have another baby. Shout out Lester Batres.
Hell yeah, man.
Shout out Lester.
Shout out to the homie starting over.
Hey, listen, man, you need
Shooting
to
shots everywhere.
You need a babysitter. I can handle it for about an hour, bro.
Yeah.
Handle your
Yeah, hell
business
yeah.
and then come get her.
Yeah. What? Like, man, it's rough. I see older couples
Doing it.
having babies, and I'm like, damn. Dog.
Well, in this day and age, I mean, let's be honest. Like, you can be 40 plus and you're kicking out your first one.
Yeah,
and
but-
that's the new norm.
Yeah,
like,
man.
some people now are like, man, you're too young. You know, but back then it's like
Back then, if you were in your mid 20s, you didn't have a baby yet. It was like,
the problem.
like, what are y'all doing?
Well, back then you could graduate high school and get a job before to take care of a family. That's not
true.
the case these days. So that's a whole other
Obviously,
discussion.
my parents were 18 when they had my older brother, and they were 20 when they had me.
It's also it's
Wow,
much
20.
harder just to have like to be a family dynamic nowadays. Like you both couples have to be you have to be working. Like it's hard to afford shit by yourself these days.
Unless you're Dana.
Yeah. Unless
Unless
you're
you're-
dating.
What's the salary? What, 12 million or something like that? More than-
Dana's?
Oh, it's more than that.
Yeah.
It's probably more than that.
That's mixed salary, dog. What you talking about?
Nah. Really?
Ooh, nah, I'm fucking-
I don't know what they're telling. They obviously got to get paid good to do a fucking.
Oh, hey,
That's an
amazing job.
ask him next time we see him.
Yeah, last time I
ask
checked,
him.
makes slightly more than I do. Like just a tick.
But he loves
Just
it.
a tick. Yeah, he does. And you also couldn't fucking tell. Yeah, like he's just,
Most humble dude.
yeah, he's gay for sure. Yeah, dude, if I'm 45 now, I couldn't imagine like having a kid and basically being
diapers and shit.
63 before my kid turns 18.
Yeah, man, you go to high school graduation for me. You're like
Fucking
63. You're like,
shaking on
oh,
your-
it's so cool that your grandfather's here. You're like, fuck you, asshole.
I mean, my grandma got to watch my daughter graduate from high school. That's super cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
And she's 84.
Wow, she looks good for you.
Dude, she looks great for 84.
Yeah.
She always tells me, "Hey, let's do this in case I'm not here next year." I'm like, "Man, you got
What?
10 more
Oh,
years.
she's got
10 more
Man.
years, Grandma."
Yeah. No, you see her walk around the shows and stuff, man. She cracks me up.
Oh yeah. She'll tell you how it is.
Oh, she will.
She'll tell you how it is.
I said something on the show one time, and they
She's gonna
must-
tell you how it is with all that
Oh,
gay for pay.
Oh
you
yeah.
just talked.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
we're
know.
in trouble. We're in trouble.
I'll have to show her the notes.
Abuelita.
That was Wayne's idea.
Nah,
That was
Abuelita, he
Wayne's
made
idea.
me. He made me say those things. He told me.
No, he a grown man. He didn't have to say that. He didn't have to say that at
It's
all.
all from experience.
My favorite was whenever she comes over after the show. She's like, Wayne, say something. You have to say something.
Get them out of here.
Yeah, so then I break
what
out
you did,
something. Just,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's what you did over there at
Yeah,
KO
yeah.
Live.
You guys can't stay here.
Yeah, afterwards, this weekend we're kicking them out, and then some Bartender runs up there with his
Oh
thing.
my
It's my
god!
birthday, and we're like, "That who gives a fuck?"
Pretty much.
What's
Yeah.
that? What's that?
I mean, Wayne's like, "All right, it's your birthday. This don't have nothing to do with it."
I have no idea how this is relevant, but it's her birthday. Yeah, but you still have to leave.
And then she leaves with some.
Yeah, I saw her in the
Old
parking
drunk.
lot. Yeah, she left a little while
Butt
later.
hanging out.
Yeah.
She was
Happy
partaking.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
All the other bartenders were like, "What the fuck are you doing? Shut up, shut up." She was clearly not sober. It was very unlikely that she was sober.
So we got a bit of a break.
It's weird, right?
Yeah. Hey, I had coffee with my parents this morning, and I was like, we don't have any shows, but I kind of enjoy my weekends off. Like,
I know. It's
Yeah.
nice.
for the next few weeks.
If we did Friday shows, we would have weekends off.
I know.
Yeah, but then you got your Thursdays gone. Your
But then we get
Wednesdays
back
gone.
into the.
But that's
groove, and I'm
work
like,
week.
Damn, I missed this. Like,
Yeah,
and we're coming back with a banger of an amateur card.
dude. The next 9/13 and
Bayou
9/22.
City
Yeah,
Event Center.
those are stories for another day.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, definitely, man. It'll be nice to have this little break, but also, like you said, man, like we only have a certain number of shows left. for the
Yeah,
year.
we're at the end of the, and we always wind down at the end of the year. You got to think the holidays are coming,
Yeah,
and that's where most
We lose all
people
our
wanna-
money.
Yeah, there you go. We lose all our money. The holidays coming.
all the money I thought I made this year is gone.
It's gone.
Golly.
Gone. Shout out to my daughter's dance team as they put out an Amazon wish list. full
Telling
of
you.
shit. I'm like, damn, dog, what is this stuff on here? All right.
The next big jiu-jitsu, October 10th. Fight Pass Invitational.
Uh-huh.
It's back. I saw they made the official
We won't
announcement.
be there.
Yeah, we're going.
Uh-uh.
Yes, you are, bitch. We are going.
We won't be there.
I'm going.
We will be out of town.
I'm not going.
Actually, I will already be in Vegas that day. So-
He's trying to let you know where you're supposed to be.
I know where I'm supposed to be, but I've already worked it out with my wife. She's not happy,
So
but we'll figure it out.
I will
told her
probably
we'll figure it out.
I'll probably be there for
You'll
the
be
show
there
it's-
for weigh-ins.
I'll be there
only.
for the show itself. Because it's Thursday night.
Yeah,
I'm already in Vegas Sunday through Thursday.
I know, but y'all already have flights.
My flight's Friday morning.
So how you gonna get there? From
I'm leaving
Vegas?
Vegas to Orlando Friday morning.
Diego, what is even happening
Oh,
right
are you-
now?
Yeah.
It's like watching a
Yeah.
married couple argue about
Yeah.
an
So I'll be
itinerary.
there still for Thursday night.
I gotta fly home Friday morning, anyways.
It's got nothing to do with me, but my anxiety
back.
levels are
That's right.
gradually
That's right.
escalating.
So I'm flying from Vegas to Orlando to meet them.
So I'm gonna fly Vegas, Houston to Orlando.
Yeah, there you go. So we'll up in it, make it happen. Yeah, I'm already there. They even got to get me a room this time.
There you go. You're going for your other job?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
there's-
that
Yeah,
Gay for
the
pay.
thing- My yeah, for my
Gay
the
for pay is what
convention.
it's
That
called.
convention.
Yeah, the NAC convention. So we're
Yeah,
there
I saw
from
you.
Sunday through Thursday. And dude, I'll tell you now, like when I first started this company, like it's convenience stores. I work a lot with like convenience stores and shit. And I was like, this is gonna suck.
The gas station. The gas
Yeah,
pump.
yeah. I was like, this is gonna not be fun. You know what I'm saying?
It's been all right.
And does anybody think of convenience stores like this sounds fun? No, but dude, this convention, it's the 5th largest convention in America. And you go through and dude, I'll grab you. If y'all after that day, come walk through. There's like Monster's got a booth, Bud Light's got a booth, and like
What exactly is it? A convention for what?
for all the brands that you see in stores. So think of
Oh.
like Bud Light, M&M's, Mars, Monster, all
They're
the
all
big
giving samples and shit.
Dude, there's
Gas
they're giving out
station dick
samples.
pills.
Yeah, that's all there.
Rhino.
Yeah, it's like
There you go. Yeah.
it's over 500,000 square feet.
Okay.
Man,
That
And
sounds cool.
You walk in, you get bags of free shit.
I'm in.
I had cases of my. Oh, I got 4 bottles of Proper 12. Like they just gave me bottles of Proper 12 last time. Like full fucking bottles.
Yeah, but you're an executive. If we
So
go there
this
as a
is not
fan,
the
they're not going
first
to give
one
us
you've went to.
bottles of
It's not
alcohol.
the first one I went to.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm down.
yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome, man. And
Well,
now,
when I come in on Tuesday, I'm going
yeah,
because we have weigh-ins Wednesday and then the show Thursday.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. We'll do that. We'll do that, man. And then we'll do. You guys should come out for Fight Pass Invitational, man.
can we?
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, you gotta ask. Unlike the last time we invited you somewhere, y'all didn't ask. Got awful weird in here for a second.
Where's my
No
phone?
idea what you're talking about.
All right, fellas. Hey, listen, man. It was awesome to get the show back together. We'll next few weeks we won't have as much to talk about, but we hang out. It's always great to hang out.
We
with
have
you
a
guys,
lot
man.
of
Hey, we could
shit.
talk about
There's
the
always something to
the
talk
election.
about.
We could talk about.
Oh, yeah. See,
We have a
Diego.
lot coming up, so just because we're off, we're not really off.
Yeah.
You see all
Contender
those
Series
emails
stuff?
yesterday?
I did.
I sent this shitload of contracts out.
I got some more for you to send today.
It's always work.
All right, Wayne, let's do it.
Line up those political questions. Hey, guys, the time for talk is over. This has been Fury Unleashed.
Butt cheeks. Today's podcast is brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey. You can check them out at howlerhead.com, a handcrafted, award-winning, 80-proof Kentucky straight bourbon. And listen, damn it, it's got the flavors of banana. You like MMA, you like Dana White, you like the UFC. Let's support them, baby. Get the bourbon, get the Howler Head Whiskey, the only whiskey you will find at Fury Fighting Championships. HowlerHeadWhiskey.com, howlerhead.com.
And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash